in Westchester, I will be. That's why I launched my campaign in the Bronx March 6th.
Please reach out to both Governor Cuomo and public advocate James for comments, but are still waiting to hear back. But do remember that Election Day is Tuesday already, November 4th. In national headlines, more chilling details have come out about the deadly high school shooting in Washington State. Investigators say 15-year-old Jalen Freiberg invited his friends to lunch by text and then shot them at their table. 2 students died, 3 are still in the hospital, including 2 of Freiberg's cousins. Freiberg killed himself over the shooting. Many people have been questioning whether the decision to quarantine people at risk of getting Ebola. Well, the White House says President Obama is prevented by the Constitution from visiting states to follow a national rule of isolation. The Constitution gives the federal government the right to isolate sick people entering the U.S. or traveling between states, but the states have most of the authority to regulate public health, which includes the decision to impose quarantine. Casey Hickok returned 4th of quarantine in New Jersey after returning from West Africa. Is set to be under quarantine in his home in Maine. The nurse agreed to be isolated for 21 days after the last possible exposure to the Ebola virus. Her lawyer is pushing for the state to follow federal guidelines which require only monitoring, no quarantine for healthcare workers who show no symptoms after treating Ebola patients. So we do want to remind you the Bronx Borough President is hosting an Ebola town hall meeting that is tomorrow, October 29th. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Bronx Museum of the Arts. Remember, keep it right here in East of the Bronx for continuing coverage of Ebola here in this city. In your 12-hour health report, the federal government is suing New York City, saying it ripped off Medicaid for millions of dollars by submitting false claims. A civil suit was filed yesterday that says the city and a computer company used programs to avoid a requirement that Medicaid be billed only after private insurance coverage is used up. Prosecutors say the city wanted to get paid by Medicaid as quickly as much as possible. The city's law office says it strongly disagrees with both those claims. I'm Brittany Miller. You are watching News of the Bronx this morning as local news gets. Coming up in sports, the Jets make a decision at quarterback. Who will start Sunday, Geno Smith or Michael Vick? That answer next, but first, the answer to our school day forecast.
We may not know who starts, but I can be pretty sure bet that whoever starts is going to be pretty chilly if they're playing at home. It is going to be frigid by this weekend. So enjoy that 70-degree warmth with sunshine this afternoon, because November comes in with the fury. Stick around, we've got the details coming.
News 12 The Bronx is brought to you in part by the law office of John C. Deering. Injured? Simply call 1-800-I-AM-HURT. Accidents happen. If you've been injured, call 1-800-I-AM-HURT. That's 1-800-I-AM-HURT. You may be entitled to financial recovery. Construction accidents, motor vehicle accidents, medical malpractice, lead paint poisoning, slips and falls. Here are just a few Bronx neighborhoods we serve.
So if you've been injured, get a Bronx law firm that fights for injured Bronxites. Call 1-800-I-AM-HURT.
As I drove the steps on the highway, my Jeep began to rock.
Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Jeep Cherokee with up to 31 highway MPG. Hurry in before the Jeep celebration event ends. Well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $339 a month.
News 12 The Bronx 12 on Health is brought to you by GuildNet, offering long-term care plans that help people stay safe in their homes for as long as possible. GuildNet is where long-term health caring begins.
Let's get a check now of our weather on the tubes. I'm so excited about today's weather. 70 degrees.
It's going to be fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Do you have any plans for today?
Stroll the park, spend some time outdoors. And hopefully you have the same plans as well, because by, I think, Thursday, Friday time frame, answering that door is not going to be the easiest task, especially every time you open it, a big gust of 40-degree wind comes in, and then it turns even colder going into Saturday. Details ahead. But I think with our weather turning very warm today, it feels great. Mold scores a bit higher. They jumped back to the high level yesterday, but the weeds and weed count remains low. As some thin clouds work in today, they really begin to thicken up later tonight into tomorrow morning and give way to a spot shower or sprinkle tomorrow midday. Then the cool down begins, so no more of this 60s and 70s business. Oh no, it's back down into the 30s and 40s. Weather means business. Notice the nice orange shade of warmth that we've been enjoying. Well, that's gone by Thursday, especially with Friday's cold air pooling down. Look how it digs down into the middle of the country, allowing for the chilly weather to stick around, plus wind. So on Saturday and Friday night into Saturday, with all of that wind, likely some flurries could be around with some spot showers and sprinkles. It's not going to be the prettiest Saturday after a pretty dry but chilly and windy Halloween. 45 is the high on Saturday. Let me say that again. The high on Saturday is 45 degrees. We start off in the 30s that morning, and that will also be the case for Marathon Sunday. 36 degrees, but there will be less wind, at least for the marathon runners, as highs climb to 48. Really chilly stuff, but hey, that's November for you.
I think that the moral of the story is that we just enjoy today.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seems like the last of the high temperatures.
Still like this for the 7th day. Don't look at that.
That's what I was saying. That's what I do every day. No, I'm kidding. I do that every day. Mike, thank you. A judge has ruled that jury selection in the trial of alleged movie theater shooter James Holmes has been postponed for the 5th time in Colorado. The judge said the selection will begin January 20th after the defense asked for more time to review a sanity evaluation. Holmes is accused of opening fire inside a packed movie theater in Aurora in 2012, killing 12 people. He has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity to the 166 charges he now faces. And a federal judge ruled the most recent White House fence jumper incompetent to stand trial. The judge ordered 23-year-old Dominic Adesanya be held for more psychiatric testing and treatment. Another court date is set for December 22nd. 2 Major League Baseball teams are stepping in to help out the Yogi Berra Museum after a recent break-in. Berra's old team, the Yankees, along with the New York Mets, say they will be donating items to the museum located at Montclair State University. The museum dedicated to the Hall of Famer was broken into earlier this month. Officials say the museum will get exact replicas of the items stolen from the facility.
Time now for sports with Kurt Sender. Rex Ryan made it official on Monday afternoon. Geno Smith is out. Michael Vick will start at quarterback this week for the Jets. Makes a lot of sense after the Jets' 20-point loss at home to Buffalo on Sunday, their 7th in a row. General Manager John Idzik has come under fire for the perceived lack of talent on the roster. Idzik held his midseason press conference Monday and was actually optimistic about not just the team, but the performance of his head coach.
All the traits that make Rex Ryan our leader, our head coach, are still intact. But we've seen splashes, but we need to see consistency. So there are signs there in our play to our fans. But we need to, not signs, we need to show them wins.
And the Jets will take on the Chiefs on Sunday. I'm Kurt Sender, and that's your Bronx Sports.
Alborough getting in the basketball mood yesterday. Jose Calderon and Tim Hardaway Jr. stopped by the Chase Bank on White Plains Road to sign some autographs, take pictures, and even give out some tickets. Oh boy, it's all part of the team's basketball in the Boroughs campaign, giving the players a chance to get out and meet New Yorkers throughout the season. The Knicks open their season at the Garden against the Bulls tomorrow night. Can't wait for that. Well, if you are a big fan of the Cronuts, but don't want to wait in those long lines, Dunkin' Donuts could be the place for you. The company says they plan to roll out a croissant donut next week. The chain says the croissant donut hybrid will only be available for a limited time. So I guess get it while you can, like today's weather. I'm Brittany Miller. You're watching News Till the Bronx. As local news gets, coming up, a live traffic report showing the latest on the roads and rails, plus another look at your weather on the tubes. But first, here's a quick look at the results so far. Our question of the day, we're asking, we're lowering the speed limit from 30 miles per hour to 20 miles per hour. Makes the streets safer for pedestrians. Have a beautiful morning.
These vehicles need more than a road. They need a runway. Because with this much power and innovation, they won't be driving too fast. They'll be flying too low.
Now, get 0% financing for 72 months or up to $5,000 total cash allowance on 2014 Dodge vehicles.
Wherever you walk, just remember this. Whatever you step on goes on your shoes and ends up on your car's floor. So to perfectly protect your vehicle, you need WeatherTech floor liners. They're laser measured to custom fit and perfectly protect your specific make and model. Order yours at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMax. WeatherTech floor liners, proudly made in America.
Is your house a mess? Whether it is or it isn't, we'll buy it as is, all cash, commission-free. Your house could be a mess, burned down, flooded, an estate sale, divorce sale, even occupied by non-paying tenants. Maybe your situation is a mess, aggravating, stressful, even facing foreclosure. We want to talk to you. Residential, commercial, even vacant land. Sell right now, all cash, commission-free. Get an offer in 10 minutes and cash in 10 days. Call 800-CASH-OUT. 800-227-4688. 800-227-4688.
Attention homeowners, if you owe more on your house than it's worth or you're facing foreclosure, listen to this important message. Sell now, get paid, and get out owing nothing. It can be your personal residence, an investment property, even a commercial property. Sell now, get paid, and get out owing nothing. MyShortSale.com is New York's largest short sale company. We know the banks and they know us, but short sale programs won't last forever. Act now before it's too late. Call 800-800-2670. 800-800-2670. 800-800-2670.
A Bronx boy remains in isolation after he tests negative for Ebola. Those details ahead. And we're expected to learn new details on last week's deadly train derailment and 4 other accidents as well. Plus, we'll have a live look at your morning commute. And News 12, the Bronx meteorologist Mike Zetta has your weather on the Tues. You're watching News 12, the Bronx.
As local news gets, News 12, the Bronx.
Hello and good morning. Thanks for waking up with us here at News 12 the Bronx. As local news gets, it is Tuesday, October 28th. I'm Brittany Miller. We'll get right to your top stories and your hot local weather on the Tues in a moment. But first, here's a check on traffic. A very good morning. I'm Natasha Geiger with your News 12 traffic update. Well, if you're taking the subway this morning, you'll definitely want to think again. Look at all the delays we're dealing with out there on several of Mass Transit subway lines. You'll want to head out the door extra early. And also, before you do that, make sure you take a look at our website, news12.com. Click on the traffic link to see how your train will be affected. Metro North LIRR buses, they're doing great. And now we're going to talk about the heavy delays in the Bronx on the roadways. You can see that the cross Bronx in both directions approaching Jerome Avenue, southbound Bruckner, southbound Deegan, and the Bronx River Parkway, very congested this morning. And you can also see that the New England Thruway in both directions approaching Quad City, that will be a tough ride. Stick with the Hutch instead. So if you're Queensbound, I'm not seeing any issues with the Upper East River crossings. 59th Street Bridge, that's still a crawl across the span if you're heading into Midtown. I would say about 10 minutes there. As for the downtown crossings, the Terry Tunnel, those delays are back, along with the Williamsburg Bridge. And if you're going up north on the B2E, just be ready to sit pretty there for a bit. Inner and outer roadways will go on and all the way up into Queens. Lots of company out there. Street cleaning rules in effect today citywide.
Natasha, very good morning to you. Getting busy up there on the roads, but at least the weather remains nice and quiet. Temperatures at this hour holding in the mid-50s borough-wide, with the northwestern exception of the borough of Bedford Park, Riverdale, still a little chilly in the upper 40s. As the sun warms us up today, it'll really feel pleasant. There are some thin clouds around right now, which will give way to more sunshine. This afternoon, they'll do the southwestern breeze pushing in a very mild day today. That's before the rain gets us tomorrow. That arriving midday tomorrow, starting out between the bounds into the weekend. But first, the warm, sunny weather that will take us to 70 this afternoon, and it will feel very pleasant even throughout the evening with that warm holding on even overnight. Tomorrow starts off mild, climbs to 66 before a few midday showers bring in some cooler weather, and that sends temperatures down into the 40s and 50s over the next few days. We'll tell you about the chilly weather on the way.